Coming out of college, Caitlin Clark was easily one of the most anticipated rookies in WNBA history. After having yet another record-breaking season at Iowa, everyone was curious to see how she would do once she got to the league. Because of that, Caitlin has been held to an extremely high standard, honestly a standard that's nearly impossible to reach. But she's been having an incredible and historic rookie season, whether people realize it or not. Every game the Fever play is in front of a packed crowd, and they've already broken almost every attendance record. Anytime they play, it feels like the atmosphere of a playoff game. It's actually really cool. As for Caitlin, she's still hitting logo threes and is quickly becoming one of the best playmakers in the entire league. She literally just had a game where she was one rebound away from having a triple-double, which a rookie has never done before. Caitlin is slowly entering triple-double watch every game she plays. She was just selected as an All-Star and was the most voted for player, with Aaliyah Boston coming in second. The voting numbers in general were like 6 times higher than they were last year. At the time of me making this video, throughout 21 games, Caitlin has been averaging 16 points, 7 assists, and 5.5 rebounds. Very solid numbers for a rookie, and she's already broken multiple records. She's the only player in the entire league averaging at least 15, 5, and 5. That alone tells you how well-rounded of a player she is this early on. She's had 2 games with 30 points and already has 3 games over 10 assists, 2 of them being back-to-back. Doing that as a rookie is insane. Not many players in league history have been able to do that their entire career. And it gave her the most double-doubles with points and assists in Sue Bird's rookie year. Caitlin's been able to do all of that in the first half of her first season. She also broke the Fever's single-season rookie assist record in 20 games. She's been accounting for like half the Fever's points over the last few games. There are so many individual records or stats I could point out, but I think you get the point. Comparing her stats to the other rookies, she's first in points, 4th in rebounds behind 3 bigs, and is first again in assists by almost 5 a game. Then comparing her to the rest of the league, she's 16th in points per game while being 3rd in assists per game. Even on defense, she really hasn't been that bad. She's obviously not an elite defender, but she's currently leading all guards in blocks and is second among guards in rebounds. Right now, she has the 14th most blocks in the entire league, which is kinda wild. Her stats and numbers are really solid, but let me tell you why they're even more impressive than they look. The Indiana Fever's offense is mostly ran through Caitlin. She's the one that consistently sets up the offense, or what little offense they have. Opposing teams game plan to specifically stop Caitlin and make the rest of the team beat them. This is why you see her being face guarded by the league's best defenders 90 feet away from the basket. Videos of this have gone viral, but it's like that every single game, no matter who they play. And this isn't just me saying that. Not only is it obvious when you watch the games, but active players and media members have publicly said she's the #1 on every scouting report. She could be 0 for 10 from 3, but teams will not give her a chance to get going, and I don't blame them. Their goal is to keep the ball out of her hands, and if she does get it, they'll double team her every time. That's what you don't see when you look at a box score. I'm not gonna say I've never seen someone guarded the way she is, but for it to be happening every game is a huge compliment for a rookie. They guard her like she's 2016 Steph Curry, and she's been getting better and better at dealing with that pressure every game. The Fever currently have a record of 8 wins and 13 losses. And at the end of the day, there's a reason the Fever have had back-to-back #1 overall picks. They even had the 2nd pick the year before they drafted Aaliyah Boston. They've been bad for a long time. The last season they had a winning record was in 2015, where they went all the way to the finals. I would not call this current team bad, but there are some major flaws. They do have some pretty good players. Kelsey Mitchell is a pure scorer, and Aaliyah Boston is a great big. Nalissa Smith can have some big games, and there's nights where Katie Lou Samuelson won't miss. But they don't have the best fit and or system. Their offense either looks extremely good or it looks extremely bad, and there's no in between. There's times where the Fever just run the same predictable action over and over again, even if it's clearly not working. This leads to a late shot clock ball screen for Caitlin as their main source of offense. That, or it's just an ISO possession for someone else. Caitlin's passing and Aaliyah Boston's pick and rolls, combined with Kelsey Mitchell's late shot clock grenades, are the only thing that makes the offense look like an actual offense. If I know what the Fever are going to run, then I'm sure the other team does too. This gets even worse when you pair it with her defense, which is essentially non-existent most of the time. The Fever even waived one of their best defenders literally the same day Christie Side said the team needs to be better on defense. Fans have been wanting her fired since day one, and I honestly don't blame them. There's times where Caitlin will hit 2 threes in a row for plays that were designed for her, and then the team will just never go back to it the rest of the game. The reason Caitlin's becoming more and more of a playmaker as the season goes on is because she's trying to make up for the lack of actual offense. She's trying to create a play herself because when they actually do run something, it never seems to work. Everyone wants her to score 30 points a game and take more shots, but there really aren't any open shots for her within the flow of the offense. You're basically telling Caitlin to just go score on a double team every possession. It's not gonna work. This is also a major reason why Caitlin has so many turnovers. Yes, the infamous turnovers, the thing that makes her the worst basketball player on the planet, an absolute bum and a disgrace to basketball. Or at least that's what the internet tells me. Caitlin 100% throws too many turnovers and needs to cut down on them. But you can't really blame her for trying to find open players when there's nothing going on to get anybody open. Yes, her teammates have caused a good amount of turnovers. Yes, Kelsey Mitchell has the hands of Kadarius Toney, but that's obviously not the majority of situations. Most of her turnovers are her trying to force something to happen. She'll risk a turnover to try to get a teammate open. Does she make a bad read sometimes? Yes, but that doesn't mean she's a terrible player. Plus, she has one of the highest usage percentages in the league as a rookie guard. Rookie guards are literally known for having inefficient seasons. It happens all the time in the NBA. It takes a second to figure it out, especially when you're the main ball handler in year one. The player that leads the league in assists oftentimes has one of the highest turnover rates as well. The more passes you throw, the more likely you're gonna throw a turnover. That's just how it works. She will improve at it over time because despite her turnovers, she's still one of the best passers in the league, especially in transition. There is zero chance the Fever win a championship this season, so why not let Caitlin just learn and play through her mistakes? I get the turnover point is mostly used by people that hate her for reasons that have nothing to do with basketball, but still. It's okay to have turnovers right now. If she was doing this in year 3, then maybe I would be concerned. The WNBA talent is the best it's ever been, so it's gonna take a second to adjust to running a team that had the worst record in the league last year. I also expect over the next few years for her to improve at scoring inside the 3-point line and beating defenders off the dribble. She used to create shots off the dribble all the time in college, but now that the defenders and game plans against her are a lot better, she hasn't been taking nearly as many. But the last thing I'll highlight about Caitlin is the reason I think a lot of people really like her. She is unbelievably professional for a 22-year-old and always says the right thing even when the person asking the question is trying to get a response. Half the media is trying to build her up, while the other half is trying to tear her down. With all that's happening, she stays professional and clearly just wants to play basketball. In a world where the media is just hate, she's been able to handle it really well. And if you're someone that's commenting hate whenever there's a post about Caitlin to prop up another player, you just look dumb. And if you comment under another player's post to prop up Caitlin, you also look dumb. The WNBA media members are terrible, but adding to it online and fighting fire with fire does nothing but give the league a worse image. So please just enjoy basketball, root for whoever you want, and if you have nothing nice to say, then just don't say it. The fact that I have to say that to fully grown adults is pathetic. But let me know down in the comments what you think about Caitlin Clark so far this season, and leave a like on the video to support the channel. Also subscribe if you're new for more basketball videos just like this one.